Hi, let's talk tonight about now. There is an obvious challenge to stay in the moment, to stay present, to not go into the thought patterns, and we usually see the thinking patterns and the mind stuff as a cause of disturbance that would disturb the stillness of now, being just present, that we want to achieve in meditation or even on a daily basis. But if you really look into it, the moment, so the reality of the present moment is mostly uncomfortable to the me, you see. It's always feel off. It's always feels like something needs to be different. Something needs to happen. Something that happened may impact it. There is always, when you feel into it, that present moment, that know that we want to abide in, to rest in it, feel quite uncomfortable actually. And that's why, you see, we just like obscure that fact and kind of not deny it, but forget about it. But when you look at it, you can be on good company, doing nice stuff, and still you're thinking about like, I should be somewhere else or I should do something else. And you say, oh, the cause of my trouble is the thinking. If I was not thinking that, I would feel great. No, if you look into it, you feel off, you feel not quite okay with just being here. It's deeper than a thinking. And so when you just like explore that, you will see that actually, so the discomfort is like precedes the thinking. You're already feeling off. And then the thinking comes with whatever. Something to worry about, something to think about, whatever, good or bad. It's like, so the imagination has no limits for what it can provide. But when you look at it that way, you see that the thinking pattern is coming as a solution. You're feeling kind of off. There's like kind of a contraction in the body in the moment, and a very deep, diffuse sensation. And when you look into it, like it's like an impending doom, profoundly. And then the mind is helping, because it comes with whatever stories that you can focus on, and then oof, you don't feel you're in comfort anymore. You're in the worrying stuff, whatever is happening tomorrow or yesterday, which is totally unrealistic. But it keeps you from, apparently so, that seem to be even worse, that which is feeling that kind of offness that is just by being in the moment, not thinking. You see? So when you sit like this, aha, then you have another field of exploration, see? That might be actually more useful to the clarity of finding that stillness of that moment. So if you feel it, you see, that this like that kind of primordial offness of the moment. Something is and the thinking patterns that are coming to help you. So what is that offness, that discomfort that is felt in in the present moment. When you really look into it, it's a sort of contraction and feeling that actually can be more or less subtle, like an anxiety or a subtle offness. But when you really look into it, what feels off is that you cannot find a position as a me. You cannot find a me. That's what feels off, actually. In the moment, the story of me, I've done that, blah, 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 I will do that, this happened to me, that's me, whatever is judging, criticizing, comparing, identifying yourself as a separate operator, controller, actor, cannot be found in the present moment. Of course, because present moment is all that is real, and in reality there is no little me, right? And that is felt in a way, you see, that was like the kind of contraction that was built years after years, contracting around nothing, because we're said to be a me, right? We're not going to talk about that aspect of the selfing because it's a long other talk, but you already know about it. What I want to add today is that the thinking process is actually a solution to that uncomfortable feeling in a moment. You don't feel at ease, and then the thinking process comes to help you focus your attention on something else, whatever good or bad, dependent on your conditioning. You see? But to begin with, you don't feel at ease in the moment. It's not the other way. It's not the mind that makes you worry about stuff, and then I cannot be here, and so I cannot be present in the moment and find that door to enlightenment. Right? No, you're not at ease in the moment to begin with. Look for yourself. It's more or less subtle. It's an anxiety or something, but it's not about what the mind is providing you. It's providing a story about the anxiety, like some circumstance into your life, but it's not true. The anxiety is there before. The subtle feeling of being off is there before, and you don't want to feel it. Because that feeling is just actually revealing the absence of the me. That's actually the door that you've been looking for. And the mind is helping you to not go there because you feel uncomfortable with it. Sensation. Because everything that was like repressed, pushed down as you're not good enough, etc. That was everything that was a deep judgment and criticizing the me has been pushed down, because the me is really helpless. It doesn't exist. Of course it cannot do anything. Sometimes it just like get lucky, you see, in forecasting what will happen. So that's everything that is stuck inside, that feel off, and that you know, and the me is not, and everything around that deep self judgment self, meaning the me judgment. That is so yucky, and that is so weird, because of course, there's no reality about it, so it's super off. And that's, the mind is trying to help you not feel that. So to be in the moment and see, because when you go for a meditation or a vacation and everything, you get relief because you negotiate a frame. Like, I'm not going to worry or think for a while, and so you kind of relax into it. But it's just a relief, pushing aside of the offness, you see, that is there. So the challenge of the present moment, of being in the know, is to accept the challenge to feel uncomfortable. To go and look at those deep, not hidden, but kind of in the background sensation of offness. Can be super anxiety, but it can be more subtle. Can be fear, can be very big, can be up in your face, and the mind is telling you stories that the fear is about this and this that is happening now, but it's not. The fear was there before. Because it's hiding the absence of that me. That was shameful. There was no me to take any good decision when you were a kid. And that got buried because you thought you were the only one not having a me that was competent. You see? So it's funny in a way. So the thing is, that's my what I found that was interesting. See the mind stuff and the mind activity not as a turbulence, not as a problem for your stillness, but as a solution. That was a solution for you to feel more comfortable in whatever. Being engaging life, going up mountains, or recoiling from life and going into shopping, drinking, whatever, something else that got you comfortable not acting or comfortable suracting. You see, both ways were the solution for that the mind provided you not to feel uncomfortable right now. So you want to enter the mystery of right now, accept to be uncomfortable with all that stuff, anxiety, fear, shame, guilt, because of that poor me that could not do anything. It's not real. It's like Pinocchio, it's in the wooden me, it cannot be real. So accept the uncomfort, see that the mind is just a solution. So now it's more easy to just not go into not go into the train of thoughts, you see? Because you don't see it as something you have to fight, struggle with the mind, have to quiet the mind. No, the mind is providing a solution. So, okay, I don't want that solution now because I'm going to go and see for myself today. So you see, it's more easy to just not engage with the mind when you know it was actually a helpful solution that I was providing you. And now you're grown enough to say, no, I don't want to be comfortable. I'm going to be willing to be uncomfortable and to go see what is actually happening deep down into those like very low key or more or less subtle uncomfortable off feeling that are actually they are protecting the not separation behind the idea of separation. I found it very helpful to see it that way, more easy to the mind just like leave you quietly alone when it's a clear view that you don't need that help anymore, and then you can see for yourself and you can feel those off feeling because you know they're related to that me that doesn't exist. You know it already, so you can relax around it and let it just like purge itself out. Right? Tell me if it was helpful. Thank you.